Hello everybody, welcome back. We're going to look at Algorand and seeing if we're going to fizzle out here or if we've got some more momentum, some more upside brewing over the short and medium term. Now, when it comes to the entire market, it's exactly the same as I've been saying since before Christmas, really. Follow the euro. The euro will tell us. And the euro is telling us that we pulled back exactly as expected. And we're hoping to see a bounce from a deeper region. I know we're bouncing here, but I'm not really, at the moment we've not broken above the Bollinger Band Center, nor the 10 exponential, or the 7 simple on the daily. So if anything, this is an area to short from, and I'm not saying you should short it. I'm definitely not saying short the euro. I'm using the euro as a barometer, basically, as to which direction all markets are going to go. And to put it as plain and simple as possible, oversimplified, if the euro continues to go up, I would expect everything else to continue to go up. If the euro starts to go down, everything else should start to go down. I'm not going to explain all the intricate reasons as to why this is. And again, it's massively oversimplified there. But if you really wanted to have a think about which direction all markets are going to go in, you should start at the moment, not forever, but at the moment, we should start thinking about the euro and what the euro to the dollar is going to do. That's all I'm saying. And at the moment, we had that pullback, like what we were talking about was going to happen, come up to make a new high, which we did. Might not have been a wick high, but a new candle body high, and then a deeper pullback, and we got all of that. But I don't think that this pullback is deep enough. I think we want to go deeper, and that's fine. Let us go deeper. That's absolutely fine. So then, if that's the case, we could break out from here. I have to say that we could break out from here. We don't know. Resistances break, as do supports. But as this very moment in time, as of making this one particular video at this very second, we are below all these moving averages. So again, I'm not saying that this has to happen, but at this very second in time, we're below the precursors mostly for rejection. And we should be thinking about rejection. If it doesn't get rejected, it doesn't matter. We're just playing the odds here. There is no crystal ball. We're just playing the odds. And at this very moment, as we make the video, the odds are saying that. Right, we're going to make this video about Algorand. So I just wanted to put that out there, that the euro is still a very important precursor to which way Bitcoin wants to go. And as a result of which way Bitcoin wants to go, most altcoins are going to follow that and emphasize that move. So we can look at Bitcoin just very briefly. We did have that move up yesterday, which is quite nice, and we teased the idea of that 17,000. And if we go to the 4-hourly, we can see that was a 200 exponential rejection, spike up, rejection, and that was quite a steep rejection if you think about it. I always say that wicks tell a story. This wick did tell a story. Again, we are still talking like baby moves really, but we've not really caught a break. Big rejection here this time around. Well, rejection here and here. So respecting moving averages. Like I say, it's not a crystal ball. It's just it's not even magic. It's TA. This is all it is. This is why I have all these moving averages on here, because they help to find resistances and supports. Recognize that the euro again is at resistances. And as far as this 4-hourly is concerned on Bitcoin, there's not a great deal of support below us, and we're not in a bullish position. This is not a bullish uptrend as yet. We're not above these moving averages of significance. This 200 needs to be below us. That's where we want to be. And recognize that actually when it comes to the euro actually has all these below it, and we've got a golden cross. So I'm not massively bearish on anything at this very moment in time. So again, Bitcoin is vulnerable at this stage, so just respect the fact that it's vulnerable. Let's start talking about Algorand, which is, I'm sure, the clickbait title that I've put in here. So when it comes to Algorand on the daily here for a Bitcoin pair, we have got support on the 21 exponential moving average. So that's basically the mid zones. This is our middle target, has not just been met, it was met over here, certainly met here, retested as support here, and retested as support again. Now, if we have a look over here on the momentum, it's still continuing. The momentum is still continuing. It's not really strong. As you can see, the volume is sort of getting lesser and lesser, which is a bit of a precursor to this finishing. As we found a rounded bottom, this looks like it could become a rounded top. And again, it doesn't have to be the be all and end all. It might just be the start of a consolidation. Again, at the moment we're above this 21, which is fine. Let's take it to a 4-hourly then to see how we look on the 4-hourly. So remember, this is just a Bitcoin pair. We did have a very significant and steep and prolonged downtrend after the World Cup sort of began, and the rumor was bought and then sold. So we've got a long way to make up. But as you can see, the uptrend sort of gathered some momentum, but unlike Bitcoin, we didn't even touch, and we haven't yet touched the 200 exponential nor the simple on the 4-hourly for Bitcoin pair. If we take this over to the daily, again, the daily for Tether is exactly the same as it is for the Bitcoin pair. It's exactly the same for the 4-hourly as it is for the Bitcoin pair. This looks like a natural consolidation, to be honest with you. I wouldn't be too concerned at the moment. We've got all these moving averages below us. We've got 18.4 cents. We've got 17.9 cents. So a little bit of support still below us. We're crossing down below, making a negative cross on the histogram here, which is fine. Again, a natural consolidation type vibe. But I think what we can deduce from all of this is that this uptrend was quite nice. You know, the rounded bottom did work out. The money flow index did get high. It didn't get it didn't get too high. We got bearish divergence on the money flow index leading up to this point here and this point here. We got hidden bearish divergence up to this point here, and it looks like a natural consolidation at this point. So I wouldn't be massively concerned about this at this moment in time. Remember, the euro is the main thing to think about, not so much the Algorand chart on its own. Going to a 3-day now on its tether pair, a nice clean rejection on the 10 exponential, which basically was about 19.17 cents. So it looks like this to me has finished in the short term, and depending on whether the euro can behave itself and Bitcoin can remain at least static or above 16,500, let's say, then it gives things like this every reason to want to continue, but not without a short-term consolidation, which is what I think is going to happen now. Let's have a look if they've got any signals brewed over here. So this was a pump signal, which I would probably say has played out from 18 to thingy. It may not have done, because that's obviously a small move. If you think about here to the top, that was a 6% move. I suppose on a 4-hourly that's appropriate, really. We're not going to see any more signals like this, I believe, for a while now, because we're still quite deeply below the cloud, so we won't be seeing anything like that for a while. And momentum, again, still looks okay on the 12-hourly. We're not overheated. We don't have bearish divergence or anything like that. And the MACD is crossing above the 0 point. So I am hopeful that after a consolidation, we do continue. Remember, the top targets that we set for ourselves on this run in sats was 1,200 sats. And for Tether was about 20 cents. So that is still on the cards at this moment in time. Like, it doesn't have to start the consolidation right now. There's signals and signs to suggest that it is going to do that again, at these moving averages of significance on 12 hourlies, and on the 3-day, which is a significant rejection on that 10 exponential. But overall, everything hangs in the balance of the 4x pairs, which is how it's been since the Everything Bounce 2.0. So yeah, let's not get too excited. And any move that we get or we see on altcoins, don't be FOMOing in. Don't be annoyed that you missed these things. Remember, on this channel, we like to do the major big swings. We like the long, really big moves that take, anywhere between a couple of weeks to maybe a couple of months. That's how we've got through this bear market. That's how I've put food on the table this year, with those two really big epic swings in traditional markets that carried commodities and crypto for the most part. And that's where we got our money from. These tiny little trades that present themselves like this, they can be okay. And this one worked out okay, but I'm not really too excited about allowing this to hold from 18 to 20. When the euro could drop at any moment, because we are at resistance, and then that will bring all these things down. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. It is a trader's environment. If you have the time to trade and you have the discipline to get in and out and not be too greedy, that's the environment that we are still in. We're not in the... nothing's crystal clear, and nothing ever is, but it's not as clear as it was, back in the summer where we got that big move, or when we saw the rejection, or anticipated the rejection on the Dixie. Those are relatively clear, and when I'm excited about something, because I do make a big song and dance about it. I usually make the same video 3 days in a row until something starts to happen. At the moment, I am basically just saying, look, the euro has to decide. And at the moment, the euro hasn't quite decided. And there are reasons as to why this chart itself might be tampered with by central banks or Vladimir Putin, if I'm allowed to say that, or any of the other external factors that present themselves behind the chart itself. So we just have to respect all of that. And again, it's still early days, 5th day of the year. Let's just let's try and just relax a little bit. We don't need to overtrade. I'm pretty confident there's gonna be another huge swing for spot traders to buy. Probably sooner rather than later, but I don't think that this is the moment. I think that whatever we've been given, from Christmas to here, we should just be grateful for, and we should sit back and wait for the next major swing to present itself. And just like I've been saying this whole time, I expect it to look something like this. So we've already got the move up, we've got the move down. I'm looking for the next major swing to take place anyway from either here or here on the euro, and that will carry all markets, I think. And that's what I'll be looking for. That's when I'll be looking for supports on altcoins. That's when I'll be looking for Bitcoin support. That's when I'll be looking for stocks and indices and maybe even commodities too. We'll see where we go from there. But for the moment, this is it. We just got to wait and see which way the euro wants to go. It does look like it's doing what I wanted it to do, or what I thought it was going to do, which is good. Just got to have the patience to see if it continues to behave the way I expected it to. It doesn't have to happen, but so far it's done exactly what I said it was going to do. Not because I'm a genius, it's just that, when you trade for a living, you kind of get a feel for the charts, especially the ones that you focus on. And since the summer, I've been focusing a lot on forex pairs, and like I say, you learn to understand the chart and feel the chart. It's like a friend or a significant other. You know how they will behave in a certain situation, and this is how it has behaved. Anyway, I'll leave it with you there. Thank you for watching. I hope you have a nice day. Take it easy.